Fudge. Welcome back to another episode on Northern Comfort.
Today, we are going to talk all things daily routine.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to break it down for you. We are going to go through our full daily routine, morning routine included, and some things that we like to use, some brands that we like, skincare, things like that. But we're going to break it down into categories so you can kind of pick and choose what you would want to add to your routine throughout the day. All right. Starting off, we're going to start with self-care. So I'll go through the categories first. 5 categories: self-care, mental wellness, fitness, fuel, and necessities.
Mm-hmm.
So anything you do for your own well-being, skincare, all that stuff. Mental wellness, things that you do for your brain, mental health, fitness, exercise things. Fuel, anything food related, supplements, things like that. We'll get into that in our other episode. And necessities, the stuff that you cannot unfortunately live without, that you may not want to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to start with self-care. What are your self-care things that you do throughout the day? And when do you do them? Like morning routine?
Morning, definitely getting my skincare on. Just taking that extra time to take care of my skin.
What kind of skincare? Go through your skincare routine.
Gosh, okay. I really like the brand Dermalogica, so I use their foaming face wash. I use their gentle moisturizer, and then I like Leroy's Poisson.
I'm not yet.
Definitely
Sounds
butchering
good.
it. I'm not French.
That's alright.
I like their SPF double hydrating moisturizer. Use those, and then
Do you do the same thing at night?
No.
Morning and night?
no.
What's your night skincare?
Nighttime, I use Summer Fridays retinol with my.
I've heard of Summer Fridays.
I
Those
love them.
popular.
Yeah, I like them a lot. It's very light. They're cruelty-free. Some are vegan. Not a lot of chemicals.
Do you have makeup too?
They do have makeup. I actually use
I think
their.
that's what I've heard.
Yeah, I use their tinted moisturizer. It's very lightweight on my face. And they're super easy to access. They have their website, and then they're also at Sephora.
Oh, cool. I love that.
Yeah.
Love that. I use all Cocoa Kind.
Yes. Yes, just saw your medicine cabinet. I think you should take a picture and send it in for marketing.
Honestly, I've seen people become ambassadors for them. I'm like, that's all I got.
Yeah.
That's all I use.
Yeah, you can easily do it.
But yeah, that's what I use. The normal. I think I follow. If you go on their Instagram, they have for different skin types, like dry, oily, and combination, what products you should use together. So I think that's how I started with dry. Because I have dry skin. I use their dry skin line.
Yeah.
But I do the face wash morning and night. It's like a ceramide serum type thing.
Okay.
But morning and night I do the face wash, I do the toner, rosewater toner, and then in the morning I use the ceramide serum and SPF. So I do the serum first and then SPF. And then at night I do just moisturizer instead of the serum and the SPF.
This is a weird question.
Okay.
When you wake up,
Yeah.
do you wash your face first or do you brush your teeth first?
Wait, so weird. I was literally going to say the weird thing that I do is I wash my face, I put the toner on, while the toner is sinking in, I brush my teeth.
That's not weird. That's practical.
No, I know, but it's
Makes
just
sense.
like weird that that's like the routine. I don't brush my teeth and then wash my face, or wash my face and then brush my teeth. Like I break it.
Yes.
I break up my skincare routine with the brushing of the teeth.
It makes sense. It all falls in line.
You know.
I like it.
Yeah, so I do that at night too. After the toner's on, I brush my teeth and then I do whatever the moisturizing segment is.
It makes sense.
What do you do?
I wash my face first and then I put on my moisturizer and then I'll brush my teeth. And like as I'm brushing my teeth, I can't just stand there and look at myself brushing my teeth.
Same.
So I'm like opening up my blinds all throughout my apartment.
Yeah.
And it
Same.
just always
Do you use
irritates
an
me.
electric toothbrush?
I don't know. I used to.
My grandma got us all electric toothbrushes for Christmas.
That was very thoughtful. Hygiene.
It's like all we got.
I was like,
Oh,
wow.
okay. No, I don't know.
Big splurge.
I think we got cash, but
Very nice.
we got like electric toothbrushes and socks or something.
Huh?
But it was really funny because we're all at that age now where it's like that's actually an exciting thing. Like I'm not gonna buy myself one, and now we've both been using electric toothbrushes, and we didn't use them before, and I'm like, it's life changing.
Is it?
Yeah.
I used to have it, and then I think I just got bored of it.
The vibrating, I will say, is like a little
Mm-hmm.
not my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Or the ones that I have another one that I travel with, and it pulses when you've done 30 seconds. So you're supposed to do 30 seconds in all four corners of your mouth. And it really shows you that you're probably not brushing your teeth long enough.
Oh my god, I don't think I could hold a toothbrush in the back of my mouth for 30
You
seconds.
just go like up and down like
Yeah.
that side, and then it pulses, and then you're supposed to switch. But I'll like go through my whole mouth and think I'm like almost done, and then it'll pulse for the first time, and I'm like, oh, I gotta keep going. Hygiene.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I have. It's really changed my life.
Good.
It just feels much cleaner. Yeah.
Maybe I should get back into it.
Yeah, just try it.
Mm-hmm.
I think ours. I was gonna say the annoying ones is when you have to charge, like you need a charging station because then you have to like plug it in. I think ours are battery, so a little bit easier.
I literally have to tell you a secret. I have 3
Three what?
electric toothbrushes.
Oh, well,
Use one.
you can get right back into it then.
Surely can.
There's no need to go buy anything new.
Oh.
I have two, but I travel with them.
Yeah.
Wait, that's funny. Why did you stop?
My gosh, I get them as gifts, the same as you. Christmas one year.
Giving out toothbrushes.
My mom works at a dentist office.
I did forget that.
So
Okay,
she's giving me one. My dad's giving me one for me and my brother for Christmas.
She's trying to tell you.
As a travel one. Yeah. But my bathroom in my apartment right now is just so tiny. I don't have the space.
Well, that's why I'm saying, like, the stand, it's so annoying with the stand ones, because we don't either, and if I had to put it on a charger and plug in a charger, like, we just don't have any room.
Right.
So.
And I'm not the type of person to hide my toothbrush after I'm done using it. Like, there's some people that are, like, that aesthetically pleasing.
No.
I don't have it in me.
No. Especially not at that hour. And we get up early. Like, I don't have the time to be finding my toothbrush.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that. So skincare, what else? Self-care-wise? Do you do? On a typical day.
I'm not consistent enough with it, but I do like a good journal. You got me the journal for Christmas, and I love the morning and afternoon. I'm not great with coming back in the afternoon to journal, but I like that. What are you most looking forward to in the day?
Right.
What do you have set up? And I have another black book in my bedroom, so I keep that journal that you gave me in my desk in my living room, and then I have my black book in my bedroom. And at night, like, I'll just write down some things that make me happy throughout the day.
Yeah.
Last week on Monday, my sister-in-law called me. I was like, Daria, you called me? She said my niece said Gigi and pointed at the phone.
Aww.
So it just made me so happy. She's never done that. Yeah.
That's really cute.
Yeah.
Except when you said Little Black Book, it reminds me of like Little Black Book. Like,
oh no.
A Little Black Book, you know?
No, it's not dark.
Like
Scarlet Letter?
No. What did I just put that in? Maybe in Gossip Girl. It was his little black book, and it's like all of the girls that he had slept with, Chuck, and he like writes it all down, like writes down everyone's information, and like keep a little black book. You never heard of it?
I feel like now that you're saying it, I feel like I kind of.
I don't think it's like a real thing in real life. But,
no,
you know.
But you're going through your Gossip Girl era.
I am in my Gossip Girl era, but I feel like they have that on other movies and things.
Yeah.
It's just not real.
No.
Okay. I didn't even write journaling. I didn't write journaling. I haven't been consistent with journaling either, to be honest. I've been trying to be better with my red light thing that you were playing with before. I'm not consistent with that either.
Red light, it's a handheld. It's not the mask.
Yeah.
Just so everybody knows.
Yeah. Yes, it's handheld. I'm now scarred because somebody said that they don't have enough research on the masks for your little eyeballs and handheld her.
Yeah.
But I do feel like it helps. It's just you have to be consistent with it to help, and
Correct.
I'm not consistent with it. So
Correct.
we'll try. And I've been trying to stretch also, which I guess could go into fitness and movement too, but I feel like it helps just get my day started. Even if and I'll just set a timer and move. Like there's no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing or thought process behind it.
It makes so much sense because when we're sleeping, some people don't move in their sleep, and then when they wake up, they're stiff. And if you curl up in a ball, you're definitely going to be stiff in the morning.
Yeah.
So it makes all the difference, just that little movement.
Yeah, it is true. And I mean, I say that to clients all the time. And do you stretch? Do you do that? And I stretch throughout the day, but I feel like stretching first thing before you do anything just helps so much.
Absolutely.
So, okay, any other self-care stuff? Self-care things?
No.
Okay. What about mental wellness? Oh, this is what I put. Journaling and such. Journaling. So I've been food journaling, but I do it in the morning instead of at the end of the day.
Okay.
So I get up and write everything from the previous day.
Got it.
That I
was my
ate.
next question. Okay.
And we'll go more into our healing journeys on another episode. But I will track all of the food I ate, any type of movement I did. So how many steps I did, any exercise I did, any supplements I took the day before, and then also my sleep and any like sleep related numbers, and try to see if it correlates to my eating habits or my stress levels. So I'll write down stress levels, sleep, all of that.
From your garment watch.
So sleep I vary. Sometimes I look at the aura.
Okay.
They're sometimes the same, the Garmin and the aura. I feel like the aura is more accurate for sleep. And it also tells me my stress. So I can go back to the day before and see throughout the day how it tells you exactly how many hours of stress you had and then how many hours of restorative time you had. And I find if I had more restorative time, my sleep is better. But it also correlates with what I eat a little bit. So now that I'm doing more animal based, I'm trying to track that and track like how I'm feeling, how my body's feeling, how my sleep is, all that.
Yeah, it's all connected.
So that's been helping mentally because then I can just kind of see what is going on and it helps me to remember and just how I feel in general. I'll journal a little bit with it, not necessarily a, free journal of things, but I'll just say I felt really energized yesterday or whatever. I felt tired, I felt bloated, whatever I can remember.
Yeah.
So that's been helping a lot. And I try to meditate, but I think I'm giving up.
Now, do you use it with a guide?
Always.
Okay.
I don't know if I could ever just sit and zone in,
Yeah.
But have you heard of, so I've heard of affirmations. Have you heard of activations?
I just heard about it today.
Wait, you sent me the episode.
Yes.
Okay. So I had heard about her on another podcast.
Okay.
And I didn't really look into any of it, to be honest. But
okay. Does she have her own app?
Yes.
I was driving when I.
Yes. So I just feel that aligns more with what I'm trying to get out of meditation.
Yes.
And I think that's what she was saying too.
Yes. I think I'm the same way because we both can't turn our brains off.
Yeah.
And we're both a very organized, detailed.
Right.
In everything that we do.
Right.
We always make lists. We always like to put out.
Yes.
Not good. Like we do like to put out good energy, but in a sense, like we don't like. What am I trying to say? Like we don't want to predict the day, but like we want to plan it.
But put good energy towards what you want to happen in the day.
Yes.
And that's kind of what she was saying. Her name is Mimi Bouchard, I think, is her last name. But basically her whole thing was she was trying to meditate in a sense, and it just, that wasn't getting her where she wanted to be from not even manifesting standpoint, but just starting her day standpoint.
Yeah.
So then she started voice noting kind of where she wanted her life to go, and then realized it wasn't really meditations, but didn't know what to call it, and whatever. You guys can look her up and listen to her podcast, but I feel like aligns more to activating yourself in the morning. And same with affirmations, and that's why I said affirmations. I started doing affirmations, but guided as well. And you just repeat after whatever the person is saying. I am this, I am that, I am the other thing.
Yes.
Which I feel like helps me so much more, and I'm more engaged than if I'm listening to a guided meditation. But at night, if I meditate, I will fall asleep immediately.
That's the best.
Which is great. So I think there's a time and a place, but meditating in the morning, I don't feel like does that much for me.
Okay.
Which I feel like is a hot take, because the meditators of the world really
like to start their day with that.
Starting with like people say, work your way up to 30 minutes. 30 minutes?
Yeah.
You know how much I could do in 30 minutes?
I know.
I get it, but it's just never going to be me. So I feel like I have to shift. I don't know.
Yeah. And you're not supposed to multitask when you're listening.
Right.
Yeah.
When you're meditating, you're supposed to be focused. And that's why I like the affirmations, because even in the affirmations...
Activations.
No, but I'm saying affirmations.
Oh.
Like both. But affirmations, they start off by saying you can be doing whatever. You can be driving to work. You can be...
Yes.
You don't have to shut your brain off. The idea is just to connect with what you're saying about yourself, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. So many things. What, you have any? You do any mental things? Mental wellness? Are you mentally well?
That is a great question, Amanda. On a scale
How is your mental health?
Scale of 1 to 10 at this moment.
Should we turn this into therapy? I had therapy today, so I'm ready to go.
Aw, how was it?
Yeah, it was good.
Good.
She's nice.
Yeah, we like her.
Lets me.
Yes.
She's not really a therapist, I don't feel.
No.
In a good way. My old therapist tried to dig deep into my non-existent childhood trauma.
Correct.
Yeah, this one just kind of waits for me to start rambling.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She is a hype woman and gives the best advice when you need it.
1000%.
95% of the time, she's listening.
And she drops like random... It's not ever groundbreaking. It's not ever anything that I didn't think about before, but she will drop it at like the perfect moment. I'm like, how did you even think about that right now? And she says it so casually. Yeah. Have you tried this? Of course not. All right. Anything?
Mental wellness.
Well, you said you're kind of journaling. You're trying.
Journaling. And I'm going to be honest, I live alone. So phone calls with family. I love that. Yeah, they just make me happy. Nice. I have a call with my dad in the morning. I walk Lacey and he's driving into work. And then at night, my mom drives home 45 minutes. So she'll call me on her ride home and sometimes walking the dog or making dinner. And it's just a nice check-in. How was your day? Or what do you have planned for the day?
Yeah.
And
that is nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
I did. You the same.
I do the same. Well, I talked to my mom. Yes. My poor dad. Yeah. He's probably like, are you alive? If I don't call my mom, she immediately texts me by 9 o'clock. Are you alright? Are you busy or something?
9 a.m. or 9 p.m.?
9 a.m.
Okay, just making sure.
If we haven't talked by 9 a.m., did you leave work yet? What's happening? God forbid I'm busy. But I actually did say, which doesn't sound silly, but recently, Will and I have been trying to just do more small things like cooking, watching TV, whatever. Silly stuff around the house that isn't expensive or crazy. But I realized, which, again, this doesn't sound groundbreaking, but the more I laugh, the better my sleep is. Like, the more quality connections I have, even if we went to Nashville, we were there for less than 48 hours. We saw all of our closest friends. It was we weren't really out late or doing anything crazy. I didn't drink, but still, it was a lot. It was travel, back to back. And I came home and it was my HRV during my sleep was 20 points higher than it's been. And that's after being out, eating some stuff that I haven't been eating recently.
Correct.
All of that stuff just from being around friends and laughing. So we've been trying to be more intentional about having fun.
Did you watch the 7 Blue Seas, is it? No. Wait.
Blue zone?
Blue Zones.
Yeah. Yes. Community. And this is what we were saying. This is what I talked to my therapist about this today. February has been so busy, but I feel it's also been so wholesome because every weekend we've had something with friends. And it's not we feel we have to go.
No.
It's all stuff we actually want to do, and so we actually enjoy it, and we're actually spending time with people that we want to spend time with.
Yeah.
And I feel like that has helped me so much more than, we've talked about this, staying in and saying, oh, I can't go because I can't eat that. Or, just planning around it and eating. I did my best in Nashville and ate what I could and was as animal-based as I could be, and I didn't drink. And but to be around friends or, like you're saying, talk to family or whatever, I feel like it just changes your whole day.
As humans, we're just social beings.
It's true. It's so true.
And you need that. Like, being present in the moment and just having a laugh can really change your day and your sleep.
Well, and I think for a lot of people who are on any sort of wellness, fitness, nutrition journey, they cut that out because they think they can't go to functions or parties because they don't want to drink, they don't want to eat unhealthy. And instead of trying to find a balance between the two, they cut out the community aspect. And then they lose that. They lose time with friends. And then you're miserable. And I just had this conversation with a friend the other day. What's the point of eating healthy if you have more stress from eating healthy than you would if you went to the party and drank and ate like crap?
Correct. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're hanging out with the wrong crowd who are enabling you,
totally,
then maybe cut them out.
But going to these events, you can choose not to drink if you don't want to drink. For anyone that thinks that you go to an event and you have to drink, we're here to tell you.
You do not.
There's never an excuse.
No.
That's my biggest pet peeve. Oh, I can't not drink this month. I have a wedding. I have been to weddings sober. I was on Broadway in Nashville sober. If I can do that, you can do anything. And nobody said a thing.
And you had the best time.
I had the best time.
You did not
felt great.
Did not wake up hungover.
Felt great.
Didn't have any depression or anxiety after.
No.
That is the worst feeling.
Yes.
I'm sorry. It's not worth drinking and getting drunk.
No.
That hangover will literally cripple me.
No. I cannot function. And it's not, I was saying to them, if it was fun for me, if genuinely I enjoyed it, I would have had a few drinks. But I genuinely don't. I had so much more fun not drinking and also just watching them drink and have a good time and be silly and do stuff. And I'm just like, ugh, why are they doing that? Like, but it's funny.
Yes.
But also, we're in our 30s now. Everyone just acts more mature when you go out and do that stuff. So if you're choosing not to drink or to eat healthier or whatever, nobody cares. I was with a bunch of dudes and nobody said a thing. Nobody was pressuring me to drink. Nobody cared that I was taking the bun off of my burger and whatever. Nobody cares. And we think they do, but they don't.
No.
Mental health speech is over. All right. Anything else for mental?
That's all I got.
Besides just surviving. Staying alive.
Thriving and surviving.
Okay. Fitness is next.
You know me. I am hibernating right now.
Yeah.
In the thick of February. Wow, I feel like February has been so long.
Wait, I was going to say flying by.
January was so
January
long.
was so long. February, how is it the end of February?
It's true. What's today? The 20th?
Second.
Yeah.
It's flying.
All right, you're right.
And
You're
it's a
right.
short month. So we're going
Yeah.
to be in March before we know it.
Next week.
Next week.
Mm-hmm. I know.
But also it's like 50 degrees right now. Okay.
It's nice.
It's
I'm
beautiful
so
today.
ready.
Yeah.
So I'm
Okay, so
breaking free of my hibernation soon.
Now that you're not hibernating, what are you gonna do with yourself?
Before hibernation, I was going to the gym. I enjoyed yoga once a week.
Yeah.
Once, twice a week, maybe. Definitely once on the weekends, once during the week, maybe. And just walks outside. 30 minutes minimum.
Yeah.
I was walking outside. Now, with Lacey's leg and it being below 20 degrees,
Yeah.
I can only do like 10 minutes.
I know.
And you are a killer.
I genuinely enjoy being outside in the cold. And I think part of it is that there's no one else there.
Oh, it's your peace and
Like,
quiet.
nobody is there.
Yes.
Nobody walks when it's cold.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
Yeah.
Today, so many people when I was walking this morning, which is also nice to see. The sun's out, everyone is happier. It's cute. But there's something so peaceful about it being so cold and kind of dreary and dark, and nobody else is out. And then if I'm listening to my podcast or doing whatever I'm doing, I don't feel no one's bothering me.
Yeah.
It's not about my day.
Yeah.
But I did feel walking today in the sun was like,
yes.
oh my gosh, this feels so good.
Yeah.
And I loved it. So it's agreed. It's getting better. That's walking. If you are a client of mine, I never said this, but walking is literally my only fitness right now. Movement. I just don't have the time.
No.
I do. So it's not true. I have the time, but I need to reframe my mindset, and I have been, that I can do short 15 or 20-minute workouts because it's really hard for me to do that. And at the same time, if I'm going to take a class, I'm going to go to my gym because I know the classes. I know what I'm signing up for. I know what I would want to take.
Mm-hmm.
But also when I'm not there, I don't really want to be there.
Right.
You know?
So these 15 minutes, would it be after a class that you trained at the gym? Well, you don't really want to be there. So would it be before you log into work? Would you work out
the other
at
day? Home? Yeah, the other day I had extra time in the morning. I must have not had clients or something. But I just picked 5 upper and lower body combination exercises and just went into the living room and did them like a couple rounds, just however many I could do. I think it was 20 minutes ish. But just moving my body, I also feel like I'm on my feet at the gym training people. So I am still doing exercises as I'm demoing, even though I'm not working out, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm doing random things here and there, and I'm on my feet and I'm moving around. So I walk a lot and I get a lot of steps, but I've been way more focused on my step goal recently than my actual movement and workouts.
And tell them what your step goal is.
15,000 steps a day.
I love it.
I know. I've been slacking a tad in February. January, I was good. I think I missed a single day in all of January.
What changed?
I've been a little busier at work, but it also got super cold in the first couple weeks of February, I think.
Isn't it super windy up here?
Yes, also that. Super windy. I have been trying to also do shorter walks after I eat. Instead, I know, which I'm really working on. But it's hard because I'll normally come home and eat breakfast while I'm getting my workday started. So then I can't really get up and go for a walk, you know? But I've been trying to focus on that. So I haven't been walking as far when I do my walks. I used to just go like at lunch.
Yeah.
Do a long walk.
Yeah.
But
Whenever you find the time.
I've been breaking it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, which feels nicer because then you break up your day. You're not sitting for hours and then
Correct.
walking and then sitting for hours. So I've been trying to break it up a little bit.
My brother and I were actually just having this conversation before I came over. He said he feels bad that he only has like one long walk with Nala, his dog, a day.
Yeah.
Even though they have a backyard and she goes out
Yeah.
to go to the bathroom more than once a day.
Right.
We're just so glued to our desk, and I feel like that's the perfect way to just be like, okay, I'm gonna work for 2 hours solid and give
Right.
myself 10 to 15 minutes to go
Right.
outside and walk around the block, get some fresh
Right.
air, get some sunlight in my eyes and my face, and if you
Right.
don't like it in your eyes, wear some sunglasses
Yeah.
and go back inside.
And it's less stress than leaving if you are busy at work.
Mhm.
Leaving your computer and stuff. You don't
Mhm.
have to go for an hour walk. You
No.
can just do it for 10 minutes and then
Yes.
come back. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been trying to do more so with my steps, but trying to hit my step goal. Today,
What did she do?
so Saturday is my biggest walk day because I work at the gym for 4 hours and I teach 2 classes where I literally pace back and forth throughout the room.
Mhm.
And then I take my therapy on a walk. So
Mhm.
then I'm walking for another hour outside. So I'm at 23,000 steps
I love it.
today. And that's just from none of it was intentional walking. It
Mhm.
was walk to work, and then therapy, and then come home. So
Very nice.
I try to move as much as possible during my normal daily tasks,
Yeah.
So we'll see. Soon enough, I will be back on my workout.
Mhm. The regular programming.
The regular programming. Okay, what about fuel?
Food is
We
my
love
fuel.
food.
Yes.
Food is important. You need fuel
Yes.
to do the movement part that we just talked about.
Mhm.
Okay, go for it.
Where should I start? How are we diving in?
Mm,
Breakfast, lunch, dinner?
yeah, whatever you want to say. Your
I,
overall vibe of what you're eating right now, or
yeah. I feel like you don't have to be a chef to get the fuel that you need.
sure.
Yes, I love to cook, but I don't have an ideal kitchen right now.
Yeah,
So I'm making do with the resources that I have. So
right.
if you're not a chef, that's okay. Just make do with the resources that you have.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, in the morning, I love eggs.
Yes.
If I have steak, any red meat, I will cook that.
Yep.
I cut back on potatoes. I've been really enjoying just like the egg bites. Put them in a
I need to get on that. I
yeah,
haven't done that in a really long time.
yeah, just a silicone mold, cupcake mold.
Yeah,
Mixing eggs. I did sausage and spinach one week
love.
with eggs, and then last week I did ground meat, mushrooms, onions, shallots, no onions, you know me.
Yeah,
And then I had it for the week.
that's so good.
Yeah,
I love it. I
yeah,
need to do that more.
yeah.
Love it.
And I'm not, and I know people get really into the protein, so they'll add cottage cheese
Yeah,
or different types of cheese.
yeah.
I haven't had cottage cheese. I don't think I've ever had it. Um, have you had it?
I literally hate it.
I don't know if I would like it, so I haven't bought it.
People have tried to give me recipes, ideas all the time, and I don't know. It's just something I cannot get behind.
Yeah.
I did try to eat it in eggs once. I just know it's there, and I can't mentally get past it.
Now, did you blend it or did you just?
No.
Okay.
But people have said to me if you blend it in a sauce, say, or something,
Sure.
that maybe I would be okay with because
Okay.
then it just makes it a little creamier.
Like a red sauce?
Yeah. Like
Okay.
anything a pesto, whatever you're going to put on pasta or
Hmm.
anything, any kind of sauce.
Never would have thought.
If you blend it together, because it's just cream, really, it'll just kind of thicken it up and add the protein and make it more creamy. So
Right.
I'm going to try that eventually. But
I just bought coconut yogurt. Is it? Yeah,
maybe.
coconut yogurt. I'll let you know how it is. I think I might do a spinach and fruit smoothie this week with the
Yeah.
coconut.
Yeah.
And yeah, I never had it before. I just kind of saw it today. It spoke to me, and I'm like, let's try out something
It's just
new.
non-dairy.
Correct.
Mm.
Yeah, because I don't know something.
Coconut.
It's some cheeses, and I can't have yogurt. I just bloat from yogurt.
Really?
Yeah, so trying
So
something new.
weird.
Everyone's different. I don't know.
Everyone's so different.
And my body's always changing.
Yeah.
I feel like,
Well, that's the crazy thing. Even with the food sensitivity, I'm sensitive to cow's milk,
Mhm.
but I'm not sensitive to mozzarella or yogurt
so funny.
or cottage cheese.
So funny. I know.
How?
Make it make sense. We don't know.
No idea. No idea. Does that mean I just can't drink milk? I have never drank milk, I don't think. Voluntarily.
Right.
Without like a cookie.
I can't wait for you to like make mozzarella.
I know.
Okay.
Okay,
Lunch.
moving on. We just talked about that was all breakfast.
Our mouths are watering.
So hungry.
We're such foodies.
So hungry. We're going to a party and we're waiting to eat and
our mouths are salivating. Lunch. I like to prep on Sundays, so basically make like 2 big meals, and I'll have them for lunch and dinner throughout the week. And then whenever I finish something, I'll grab it from the freezer, whether it's fish, something easy, or I'll incorporate pasta with. That's when I kind of get lazy when I finish my meal prep.
Yeah.
But it's like survival.
Yeah.
It's like, what can I salvage in this fridge and cupboard? But yeah, I like to meal prep and kind of just alternate between lunch and dinner, 2 different things. I can't eat the same thing for lunch and dinner throughout the week.
No.
Day 3, I'll be like, I'm going to happy hour.
Oh, please. We have to have something different for dinner every day.
Wow.
If I even recommend that we're gonna have another kind of ground meat. So if we have ground beef, let's say, taco bowls one night, and the next night I say we're gonna have ground turkey. Well, we just had ground meat yesterday. There's a different kind of meat, but we
different style.
We cook the day of, but we plan everything ahead of time.
I love that.
So we know, because same, if we don't have a plan of what we're eating that night, we will order takeout or we will go somewhere because then we don't know what we're having.
Correct.
So we kind of do the same. We'll rotate between steak, chicken, beef, turkey, or lamb, and occasionally fish.
And what are your sides?
Sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, sometimes veggies. I've been really into zucchini and squash recently.
Do you have a zoodle maker?
Probably. I have so many attachments for my KitchenAid, but we just don't have anywhere to put it right now. Okay. So when we have counter space and can leave it out, we'll leave it out with the attachments, and then I think we'll use it more because we have a pasta one. I feel like I have multiple pasta thingies, so I don't know if I think I can probably zoodle.
Yeah.
With that.
I get a gift, a zoodle maker, and it's just a handheld one. You used it when we made pesto zoodles with the mushrooms.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I definitely have had one. We have so many contraptions that I don't even have.
I know.
What they're for, and they're in bins and boxes, and we never take them out. Who knows what we have? But yeah, I've been so into zucchini. Found out I'm allergic to spinach, so was having that literally in every meal. Which is crazy, because if that was actually causing I shouldn't say allergic, I should say sensitivity. But if that was causing my sensitivity, literally eating spinach every meal with eggs, with lunch, it's insane. But pretty much right now, we do almost all animal based with some veggies, eggs, cheese in the morning. Only cheese I can't have is cheddar. Literally no idea. I don't know how it works. I don't get it. I don't make the rules.
Right.
But eggs, some kind of cheese, berries, and then lunch, whatever, leftovers, meat, just throw a bowl together of some sort. I've been really into just sweet potatoes for dinner, and I've been putting, do you like sweet can you have sweet stuff and savory stuff together?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. I figured you could.
Yeah.
Someone said to me one time sweet, they can't have something sweet with a meal, like within their meal. And I've been doing sweet potato. I know. Even
What?
certain foods that are sweeter. But I've been doing sweet potatoes with honey and cinnamon
The best.
with my whatever, steak, chicken, whatever we're having. It's so good.
That's what I have for
Ugh.
breakfast.
And I do that sometimes too.
Yeah.
Or I do the slice them up and do.
Yeah, I slice them up.
Yeah. But I've just been doing a baked sweet potato and just cut it open and cover it in honey and cinnamon and literally just scoop it out.
And if you're not a chef,
yeah, and just meat.
So simple,
whatever.
So easy.
Whatever meat. Got a meat thermometer.
Yeah.
I don't know how to use them, but got a meat thermometer. I just wing it. How to make the rules.
Says a number. Okay.
I don't even think our thermometer, but we put it in sometimes. None of this makes sense. But
it's fine.
Anyway, yeah, so that's where we're at. Animal.
Yes.
Lots of meat.
Hopefully we don't have any vegan listeners. So sorry.
Vegan, I had this conversation today. If you're vegan for moral reasons, I support it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're vegan for health reasons, I would like to see the research behind long-term vegan diets. That's all I have to say.
Didn't they make a documentary on twins?
Yes, they did. That was run by... And listen, let me start off by saying I watched that and for a hot second was thinking to myself, should I become a vegan?
Wait a minute. I feel like we had this conversation.
We definitely did.
And I was like, Amanda, no.
And then, this is what bothers me about those things, is I'm sure they have to say it somewhere in the... What I can't think of the words. Sort of, but the... whatever.
I know you're saying.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But it's not out in the open. This documentary is sponsored by all the freaking vegan companies.
Correct. Beyond Meat.
Yeah, so if you actually do your research, it's like, oh, here's all these vegan cheeses and vegan meats that are sponsoring this documentary about vegans. And also, they tracked them for, I don't know what it was, say 8 weeks. It's not that long. And they also gave them pre-packaged meals, which is gross.
I agree.
And a carnivore diet, like think about a carnivore diet pre-packaged. What are you even eating? That is gross.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure it was high in sodium. I'm sure there was a whole other slew of things. Mm-hmm. And either way you go, and their point was they're all eating healthy. Yeah, I'm sure that those people had less fat on them because they weren't eating fatty foods, and I get that. Mm-hmm. But there's not enough long-term data on eating vegan being beneficial for your body, and I would say more often than not, people do vegan for a few years and then go back to eating meat because they truly can't get the supplements that they need without taking a ton of supplements rather than just eating normal food. However, that's not to say that I don't think there's also downsides to eating a totally carnivore diet and not eating any vegetables. Mm-hmm. You need to have a balance. Mm-hmm. You need to eat both. But I am, and I'll share it with everyone, I had gotten my blood work done in November, and some of my heart levels were slightly elevated, and that was before I was more animal-based. So now that I'm doing animal-based, I'm going to get my blood work done again in March and see if it actually changes. Like, does my cholesterol go up? Does anything actually change?
I want to do an episode on this. I'll say, last note is, I think everyone's diet is based on their blood type. I think everyone should have
my mom's been really into this recently.
Yeah. And so is my dad. And my dad he wants to become vegan. He wants to become, not vegan, vegetarian.
Yeah.
And my brother, total opposite. He thrives on meat. He has meat like us.
Yes.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
And he is as healthy as could be.
Right.
So I really do believe that it's based on your blood type. Have I done research on my blood type? No.
Yeah. Same.
But I would like to.
Yeah. I have the universal blood type. Oh, I think it is.
Yeah.
So if anyone's in need, let me know. I got you. Okay.
the least fun
Yeah,
part.
let's just do this quick and then we're going to get into some questions because this isn't exciting. So the necessities, we just wanted to go over this because I feel like a lot of people try to romanticize their routines and it's just not all fun and games, unfortunately.
Correct.
So for me, in the morning, during the day, and at night, we have to take care of our dogs, feed them, walk them.
Yep.
Then we also have to work full time,
Mhm.
unfortunately.
Mhm.
And then right now I have a side job, so that's all. Work all day, feed and take care of children. And then the fun stuff is shoved into any of the remaining little cracks.
Yep.
Okay, what else? Anything? You have the same.
That's literally the same. Copy
Same.
and paste.
Copy and paste. Okay. What are 3 things? If you could only do 3 things from your daily routine, what would be the 3 things that you would say somebody should implement into their
3 things in my daily routine. What would I implement
like
in
what
theirs?
what could you not give up in your daily routine? 3 things that would be easy things for someone else to implement into their day.
A quick 5-10 minute walk in the morning.
Yeah.
I highly suggest that. A home cooked meal.
Yeah, oh, I love that.
Yeah, like you don't have to go out
No.
or DoorDash or Uber
No.
Eats or walk to Wawa and get something processed.
Yeah, no.
It could be so simple. It could be making oatmeal
And
at
it's
home.
actually good.
Good. Make
And
it so
so
much
good.
cheaper.
So much. Oh my gosh, please, these
People
days.
they're like people think that they're like saving money and saving time.
Yeah,
You're not.
no, I know. It's all about priorities. If your priority is some sort of wellness or health journey and you're spending all that extra money on takeout, just take a quick look over your month about how much you spend on takeout and then decide if you could put that money towards buying healthier ingredients to cook at home
Yes.
or towards whatever else, a personal trainer, a gym membership. There is so many ways that you could shift to using that money for something else. And if you actually take the time to cook good meals at home, you don't want to go out to eat.
Mm-mm.
I actually enjoy eating at home now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I love that. So home cooked meal, walk, one more.
I like quiet time at night.
Mm,
Just in bed,
love that.
whether it's journaling or just a chat with Lacey before I go to
Oh
sleep.
my gosh.
We review our day. And
Wow.
I tell her my favorite things, and she tells me all the good things that happen in her day. Mainly, I tell her what
Yeah.
I give her a recap of her day.
Of her day.
And
All the fun.
it's just nice.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, mine are similar. Steps for sure. If you don't walk right now or don't have a walking goal of some sort, my recommendation is always everyone has somewhere they can track their steps. Look at your phone. If you have an Apple Watch or something, look at your Apple Watch, but take your average steps from the last month, let's say, and then make that your goal, or maybe add 1,000 steps and make that your goal, and then try to hit that every day. So that's a good place to start. Step goal. Water. I didn't say this during fuel, but water. It is crazy to me how many people don't drink water.
I know.
How do you even survive?
I don't know.
But if you're not drinking water, get yourself a big water bottle, fill it up. I actually have a client who one of her goals was to increase her water. So she just bought a couple of cheaper water bottles and she fills one up in the morning to take with her to the gym and whatever she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then she fills a separate one and puts it on her desk. And then she fills another one and leaves it in her living room or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So she knows that she has 3 separate water bottles. She doesn't have to fill anything throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
And she just drinks them as she goes.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do that with whatever you have. But hot take, drink water.
I will say, I think it doesn't matter on the quantity of water. I don't think you need a gallon of water a day, but the quality of water makes all the difference.
Yeah.
Because if you're just drinking plastic water bottle after plastic
Yes.
water bottle,
Yes.
you're not quenching your thirst.
True.
It's the quality.
Yes.
So
don't buy plastic water bottles, please, Lord.
We're not saying that you need a gallon, but
no, you don't need a gallon, but you do need more than 16 ounces.
Absolutely.
So let's shoot for like 50. Okay.
Yes.
And then my last one is some sort of personal growth. I actually did say personal growth or alone time. It's really hard out here if you live with someone. Alone time in an apartment is short-lived. But I like to walk, listen to a podcast when I'm walking, go in the bedroom and read a book at night by myself, voice memo my friends while I'm walking. I feel like that's kind of my like alone time, but also mental health building type thing.
Yeah.
But just some sort of personal growth. I feel like personal growth is so underappreciated. Listening to stuff that can actually help you, and not to say that there's not a time and a place for podcasts that just make you laugh and have a good time, and I love that too. But listening to something that actually gives you some sort of nugget of knowledge that helps you in your life.
Absolutely.
It's like a silly little thing.
I feel like in this age, in our now going into our 30s,
we're 30 now, so we forget what we're going to say. You need to learn. I don't know.
Going into our 30s, we have a routine, but there's always room for improvement in our routine.
Yeah, and learning. I think that's such an important thing is you can still learn as you get older just because we're not in our school age anymore and maybe you're not interested in growing at work or getting further ahead in work. There's still other stuff that you can learn and grow in. So find a hobby, learn, whatever. All right, we need to wrap this up because we got a party to go to. A couple questions. Okay, I actually love this question. We're going to break it into two parts. How do you get back on track after having an off week or weekend?
I feel like you have to be due diligent in your routine.
Yeah.
So whether that be giving yourself an hour, 10 minutes of a distraction.
Yeah.
And then just turning that distraction off, making a list, write it down, put it in your notes app, whatever works for you.
Yeah.
And then tackle your goals.
Yeah. Yeah. I also hate the idea of bad. I traveled and I ate bad and now I have to get back in my routine. Or I traveled and I drank and that was bad and now I have to get back in my routine. If you enjoyed it, it wasn't bad. If you feel like shit, you shouldn't do it anymore. So you have to make that decision, I think, first. But I try to give myself time, especially if I'm traveling or going to visit someone or whatever, on Sunday, even if it's an hour, just to plan the week. You don't have to meal prep, you don't have to do anything, but just to plan the week so you know you're going to get back into the rhythm of your routine. And that helps a lot. But then the other half of this question is staying consistent when you are traveling. And I think that's kind of your point too, is getting back on track when you're back. But I like to find little ways to do what I've been doing while I'm traveling. So I don't feel like when I come home, I completely derailed my entire lifestyle. It should be a lifestyle. You shouldn't feel as though when you're home and in your house, it's your safe space where you can follow the rules, so to speak. And then when you're out in the world, it's the wheels fall off and you eat whatever you want and you drink all the time and you don't know how to control yourself unless you're in your home. It's finding a lifestyle where you can go on vacation and still get your steps. Maybe you don't work out, but you get your steps. Or maybe you try new workout classes on vacation because it's fun and exciting kind of thing. So I think part of the how do you get back on track is try to actually stay consistent when you're gone in the first place.
Yeah.
Which isn't always easy, but I think to our earlier point, I think a lot of this has to do with alcohol. And I think a lot of people have excuses of I was going to this and I had to drink or I had to eat unhealthy, and it ain't true.
Not the case.
Okay, Where do you find the time to fit it all in? We don't.
No, that's not true.
I'm just kidding.
Like you said earlier, you don't have to schedule an hour for a
Yes,
walk.
1000%.
You can break it up between 10 minutes.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be a power hour.
It is true. And I think that is a big thing for me, coming from someone who was an athlete in high school and still continued to do sports and stuff in college, and thinking that a workout has to be a certain amount of time, or you have to do certain things for it to be a workout. And that's just not true. So 15-minute workouts are great. 10-minute walks are great. Any sort of meditation or mental wellness practice is great. No time is too short. So if you have 5 minutes, read a book. If you have 5 minutes, stretch. Get up from your desk and stretch. I think I've noticed recently, in between meetings, if I don't have a full half hour or something, I'll sit and scroll on my phone because I feel I don't have the time to do something else, where I could set a timer for 5 minutes and stretch or whatever. Go for a walk, read my book. I don't know.
Yep. You have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Start today.
Okay, last question. How does coffee make you feel versus not having caffeine? I didn't touch on this in the fuel part, but I've been doing decaf coffee, and to be completely honest, no difference. Literally none.
I untrained, or no, yeah, I untrained myself from drinking coffee every day, and I feel great.
Yeah.
I feel so awake in the morning.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't get that crash in the afternoon. I don't get the bloat from coffee. Today's my first day of having coffee since when we went to that bookstore in that coffee shop. When was that? 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I don't drink coffee.
Yeah, I haven't had coffee in about 2 months, and feel it would be I think it would be worse having coffee now.
Caffeinated coffee.
Correct.
In 2 months.
Correct. I haven't had caffeine. I haven't had caffeine at all. A lot of people have been asking me if I'm switched to matcha or something else. I've not had any caffeine besides chocolate, which I've been really into recently. So, you're into chocolate.
What kind?
Dark chocolate. All different kinds.
Love it.
Dark chocolate peanut butter cups, dark chocolate flavored bars, dark chocolate. Sign me up. But I don't need it. People keep asking at the gym at 6 a.m., why do you have so much energy? It was never coffee for me. I never needed caffeine to have energy. If anything, it made me feel worse come the afternoon. But I'm not saying cut out caffeine. If it works for you, it works for you. But the only downside, I would say, is if you're replacing other things, such as meals and water and things, with coffee.
Terrible.
Hungry in the afternoon, coffee.
Terrible.
If you're tired at 3 o'clock, I can almost guarantee it's because of the foods you're eating, not because you need more coffee.
Right.
And it's not normal, by the way. I feel that's a thing people think is normal, that you just crash at 3 o'clock. Not normal.
If you're substituting coffee for a meal, you're just going to binge later in the afternoon.
Totally.
And that's the worst time to eat.
Absolutely.
Before bed.
1000%. So, rethink your caffeine intake. Start to take little tidbits and reframe your daily routine. And it doesn't have to be everything we're saying, but take maybe one thing that you're not doing right now and just start to implement it and see how you feel. And then if it doesn't work for you, you can always adjust. So, on that note, talk to you next time.
Bye, friends.
Bye, everyone.